Hi guys, it's Angelo from Vienna, and before getting into today's topic, I would like to thank all of you for your support and all your comments. It is really a pleasure to communicate with all of you, and I'm so thankful for almost 800 subscribers. I never expected this, and I also like to apologize for not creating that much content lately. I'm gonna make it up to you, I promise. And it's just such a pleasure that in this community, this keto community, everybody just wants to help each other reach their goals, and it's really been amazing. So thank you very much. All right, today I would like to revisit Bulletproof or fatty coffee. What is Bulletproof coffee? It's usually a mix of freshly brewed coffee with some MCT oil or coconut oil and some grass-fed butter. Some people also like to use heavy cream instead of grass-fed butter. First off, if you're still eating a diet that's high in carbs, it's probably a bad idea. Never want to mix high fat and high carb. If you're just starting out in keto though, it can be a great little, let's say, gateway drug to get you to feel that mental clarity, that energy, and that freedom from hunger that you experience on keto, and to kind of give you a taste of that. That's what I experienced the first time when I tried Bulletproof coffee for a couple of days. I was amazed by how I could just replace my breakfast with a small drink, and I had this first time that I felt actually this surge of energy from fats that I had never had before. And from fats and from the removal of carbohydrates instead. And that's how I got started on a ketogenic diet, and what got me more motivated to try out more and to experiment. And so for that, it can be an amazing tool. Especially the MCT oil in the coffee is very helpful because it is easily converted by your liver into ketones, which are then used as a quick energy source. So when you're starting out, you should be less concerned about the calories you consume anyway, which this Bulletproof coffee or fatty coffee can sometimes have up to 400 calories from fat, because you're still adapting to ketosis. You're still adapting to a ketogenic diet, and you don't want to stress your body any more than it already is by this dietary change. So therefore, what I usually recommend people when they start on a ketogenic diet is keep your calories pretty much the same as before. You don't want to reduce them or reduce them too much, because you're already stressing your body with this dietary change and need some time to adapt, and then you can play around and optimize and go a step further. But if you've been doing keto for a while, you might realize that a black coffee or tea is all you need to stay full until lunchtime. And this way you can do an actual intermittent fast, not a fatty intermittent fast, and your body is able to burn off those 400 calories from your own body fat instead of first using the fat that you're adding to your coffee for energy before using accessing its own body fat storage. And especially if your weight loss has been stalling for a while, this can be a fantastic strategy to break through a plateau. And I'm going to link another video up here. If you want to take it even a step further, I put a link up here to where I talk about 24-hour full day fast as well. So an easy approach would be to gradually reduce the fat that you add to your coffee or tea in the morning, and just see how much you actually need to stay full until lunchtime. And you might realize your body's actually already used to not eating before lunch, and the black coffee or tea is all you need. It's quite enough. My own girlfriend, Jofi, she broke through her own weight loss plateau by removing the fat from her coffee in the morning, and she was really surprised by how full she was still and how she was not hungry before lunch usually, and the black coffee was more than enough for her to have energy and to feel great. And since then, she's seen a lot of success. And apart from a couple of vacations where we binged a little bit, and so it's a really awesome strategy, and you have to try it out for sure, because we often create this habit already, and it was for me also a habit to always have Bulletproof coffee with fat instead of just having a black coffee. And when I tried it out as well, I was also surprised by just how I didn't really need it. So here's my own approach. Since I already don't need to lose much more weight or body fat, and I just eat 2 meals a day pretty much. For me, if I don't have a fatty coffee in the morning, because I really love the freedom of not having to make breakfast in the morning and just drinking something and getting to work and doing whatever I'm doing that day, that's why I still have Bulletproof coffee on most days, because it helps me to at least reach maintenance calories for me, because I don't need to go much lower. And so on some days a week, I'm just going to have a black coffee. But on most days, I'm going to have a Bulletproof coffee, and let's say once to twice a week on the weekend with my girlfriend, we make a nice breakfast as well, usually after a workout day. And so if you are a person who needs to lose weight still, and maybe you're in a plateau, you have try adding less fat to your coffee in the morning. If you're still keto adapting, drink Bulletproof coffee, add as much as you want. Don't worry about the calories. Try to consume at least the same amount of calories that you were consuming before to not stress your body and to get adapted to a ketogenic diet more easily. And then play around and remove and try to gradually reduce the fat that you add to your coffee in the morning if you want to do this sort of intermittent fasting, and then maybe even do a pure intermittent fast just with black coffee or tea in the morning, and see if you're able to go with just that until lunch. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. And before you take off, feel free to answer one of the following questions. Do you intermittently fast regularly, or do you usually eat breakfast every day? And when you intermittently fast, do you add fat to your coffee or tea, for example, or do you go with just a beverage without fat, just water or coffee or tea or something like that? So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to leave me a like and to subscribe, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.